Hey, follower researchers. I'm here in Stanley. Just got back from an awesome trip out to Cape Dolphin, which I'm going to talk about here in a second. But I just wanted to point out, right here behind me are the native grazers here in the Falklands, called the upland goose. The brown one is female, and the white ones are the males, which is pretty cool. We had a great trip out to Cape Dolphin. We drove out about 2.5 hours from Stanley, and we got to do a lot of off-roading, which was really cool. Sometimes you end up with little obstacles in the path, like this little penguin here. Then when we got to our campsite, we saw this incredible sight of all of these young male sea lions frolicking in this pool, which was really fun to see. Our campsite was situated in an open patch surrounded by tussock, and then overlooking that sea lion pool, which was really, really cool. There were all sorts of birds there. We had lots of turkey vultures and giant southern petrels, and lots of sea lions. So we woke up to a sea lion that was about 10 meters outside of our tent. Luckily, he took off right when we got out of the tent, which is good. And it's a funny feeling to have a 700-pound animal run away when it sees you, but I'm glad he did so, because they are quite big, and I wouldn't want to have a conflict with one. In the morning, we got to see whales spouting off of the coast, which was really, really cool to see. They never got much closer than that, but we think that they were probably sei whales or finbacks, or fin whales, which is pretty cool. We got to watch sea lions all day, which is really neat. They were all over in the tussock, which is very cool. We spent the majority of our time out there doing vegetation plots, which are basically 5 meter by 5 meter squares that we lay out on the ground, and then we count all of the different plant species in the square and measure the percent cover of each plant species in that grid, and then we classify them. So we had all sorts of different endemic plants, which mean that they're only found here in the Falklands, and introduced species as well. Then we would dig holes and take soil samples as well, mixing up the soil to make sure that it's all uniform, and then sampling from that. And we also counted burrows. I got to take a little bit of a break to chat with all of you during the live Twitter Q&A, which was really exciting as well. You guys had great questions. It was so fun to get to talk to you all the way down here. So I'm looking forward to next week's live Q&A as well. So that was fantastic. I found that the best cell signal tended to, or not cell signal, the best satellite signal came from on top of the truck, which was really fun. We will head out. We have the weekend here in Stanley, and then we head out on Monday. So probably when you're watching this, we'll be on a Ficus flight, which is a tiny little propeller plane that will bring us out to a different island, and we'll be out in the field for 2 weeks, going from island to island, doing all sorts of different sampling. So that's where a lot more of my stuff will come into play, which I'm really excited to start digging into. So thank you so much for following along, and I'll look forward to tweeting with you all during the next Twitter Q&A. All right. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you later.